Hi and welcome to another episode of Makin'Things. Today I'll show you how I tapped my maple tree to gather the sap, and I'll show you how to turn that sap into a sugary maple product.
Right.
So this is my maple syrup tapping setup. It uses vinyl tubing and just double-ended PVC pipes. If you want more detail on how I did this part, you can check out my Instructable blog I'm linking. It's time to collect the sap, and I'll be showing you how to make maple syrup. So in order to make the maple syrup, you normally have to run it through a cheesecloth, but I don't really care about having a bit of stuff in there, so I'm just using this very fine mesh just to get the big pieces. The way we're going to make syrup is by heating it up till it reaches 219 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point it's going to be maple syrup. If you're trying to make butter, you go to 232. If you're trying to make taffy, 235, soft sugar, 238, and hard sugar, 244 Fahrenheit. Not bad. It did get some little gunk there. Okay. Alright, now that it's going on a rolling boil, this is actually going to be the longest part. Getting it up to boil took less than half an hour, but it's probably going to take just as long to do that last 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Just because now the water, as it's evaporating, is keeping the liquid cooler, and it's only when the sugar starts heating up that it's going to change its texture and its consistency. So now we wait. So by now most of the scum has actually come up to the surface, and we can just scoop it out and throw out in the ground. Now as you can see, the temperature still hasn't changed, but the water level has certainly gone down. Like I was saying, this is going to be the long part. If you had more sap, this is the point where you would start adding it in and then just keep boiling it down over and over again. But I only had enough for one batch this year, so that's all I'll be doing. So I'm actually doing a really small batch, so it's easier for me to move over to the inside for my last few liters, just because there's not enough left for it to be worth using such a large pot and the propane burner, and the amount of water that's going to evaporate in the house isn't that much of an issue at this point. Well, I turned around and the maple sugar was boiling up like sugar boils, so my maple syrup may have even gone a little bit over the temperature for maple syrup, or it'll be slightly thick maple syrup. I can only tell when it's going to be cold. Alright, so my syrup's cooled down, and it turns out I didn't overheat it. In fact, it is probably the most amazing maple syrup I've ever had. I just can't stop eating it. Really, if you can make your own, there's nothing like it. Give it a try. I really can't recommend it enough. If this was helpful to you, if you like this, please subscribe. You can see more details on my Instructables. Have a good day.